Hey YouTube, this is my 100 days until top surgery video. Actually it was 100 days yesterday, so now it's the magical 99, 98 days in a binder, since I won't be wearing one on the last day of surgery, which is, wow, I can't remember the last time I left the house without a binder. Or a bra on, for that matter. I actually just bought my last binder from Underworks that I will ever need to buy, which is kind of exciting. Yeah, this is my last summer of boob sweat. That's how I joke about it. You know, I have to make some jokes because honestly I'm going through a little bit of pre-op anxiety. I fluctuate every day between being really excited, like oh my god, it's almost here, to what's my life gonna be like after? What challenges am I gonna deal with that I am not even aware of yet? I don't ever try to pass on purpose. And the reason why I mention that is because there's been a lot floating around the internet lately about the male privilege that comes along with transitioning or being read as male versus being read as female. And I've always thought that it was kind of interesting, the scenarios, different scenarios where I get read as male or female. And I actually told this story about door holding, of all things, but it's an interesting little social experiment, if you will, that if I hold the door for a woman, I don't know if she sees me as another woman or is reading me as male and assuming that that's just what I'm going to do to be courteous. But most of the interesting interactions happen when I try to hold the door for a man. Most of the time, actually not most of the time, but if the man is reading me as male, he won't let me hold the door. He'll take it from me. And like, I'll walk in first, but he'll take the door from me. He won't let me hold the door for him. But if he reads me as female, he definitely takes the door and has me go in first. And it's just what's the most interesting part of that is watching them negotiate how their behavior should be based on what gender they think I am. It's a little bit of a mindfuck, and it's kind of an interesting place to live for me. Some days I get a real kick out of it, and other days I am not so good at handling it. It's hard to be misgendered when you lie in the middle of both genders. I consider myself to be gender non-conforming, gender neutral, however you want to call it. So ma'am, sir, neither one fits me at all. I think I'd rather be sir than ma'amed. But again, neither of them really fit me, so I'm always being misgendered, is what I feel like. Always, no matter what, unless it's just excuse me. You know, I don't know why there needs to be an excuse me ma'am or sir on the end of saying excuse me. Just be polite and say excuse me. I'm rambling. That's why I'm doing this vlog though, so that I can ramble, because I think it's important to just let whatever's inside of you come out, and hopefully somebody will be positively impacted by your experience. You know, this is the week that the Caitlyn Jenner cover of Vanity Fair came out. My newsfeed on Facebook was just flooded with posts, and I have to say that the community I've chosen to surround myself with are definitely open-minded, wonderful, loving people, because unlike some of my friends' posts that I've read, nobody in my newsfeed has been outwardly expressing any kind of transphobia, which is really neat. Everybody's been kind of supportive, and it's weird for me because I don't identify as trans, although when I look up various things on the internet about being gender non-conforming and having top surgery, it seems like I'm under the trans umbrella, because in a way I am transitioning my gender, although that's where it really gets freaking complicated, because I mean, honestly, up until a couple years ago, I didn't know that there were other options besides male and female. I didn't know that you could safely, comfortably live in the middle. Maybe safely isn't the right word, but comfortably in terms of how I see myself. I didn't know that I could live in the middle. even though I've been doing that since I was probably 9 years old. 9 years old was the first time I cut all my hair off. And my mom said I went skipping down the street and that she never saw me feel more free than that moment. And that's pretty cool to kind of have that feeling about yourself when you're 9 years old. Now, when I hit puberty and my boobs started growing, that was probably the worst time in my entire life, which is carried over till today. I'm 34 now. I've been living with boobs for 20 years. Freaking hate them. God, this video is so random. Yeah, so anyway, just back to the anxiety that I'm feeling about being post-op. Has a lot to do with the locker room at the gym. I already get some strange looks from some of the ladies that are in there. I do use the ladies' locker room. I don't use the men's locker room. I feel a little bit afraid about doing that. It's hard when neither feels right, but you've been socialized as female. That's where I gravitate to, even though I lay definitely more masculine of center, duh. Neither feels right, neither really feels safe, but I think I just pick the lesser of two uncomfortable situations. But you know, I keep my eyes down, I don't look at anybody, I basically just walk in, drop my stuff in a locker, use the bathroom, and leave. I don't shower, I don't change my clothes, I don't do any of that stuff there. I wish I could knock some membership monthly fees off, considering I don't use the shower, the sauna, or any of the amazing amenities that they have there. But I'm just thinking about post-op. When I go in and I'm super flat with short hair, I don't think I'm gonna be attacked, but am I gonna be singled out? Am I gonna be called out on stuff? Am I gonna have extra attention brought on me that I haven't ever had before? You know, like, I just want to show from the side, I have a really large chest, and this is in a binder, and this is as flat as I can possibly get it, and it's still not flat at all. So I think there's been a little bit of security going into the ladies' locker room just because they can see that something is there, and I think that's where a lot of my anxiety and fear stems from, is when I have a flat chest. You know, what's the reaction gonna be? And I don't know, it's kind of a fucked up situation. Like, the surgery that I'm gonna have is gonna make me happy, but I'm just not sure what it's gonna unleash from other people. And I guess that remains to be seen. I mean, it's hard when you're not transgendered and going from one gender to another. It's hard when you're in the middle, you want to remain in the middle, and you're creating the body that fits where your head is, where your soul is. That's not an easy thing to explain, and it's an interesting thing to walk around carrying with you. I don't know. Maybe that's a long enough bunch of babble for today. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to touch on a couple of practical things. I'm getting my post-op supplies in order. I am going to be ordering all of my scar care from Amazon. I found all the products that I intend to use. I'm getting my husband pillow, for lack of a better word for it, which will aid in my recovery since I'm going to have to sleep upright and recover in bed. What else? I'm ordering a sling, actually, so that when I am using public transit post-op, the sling, I think, and I actually heard this from a group that I'm part of on Facebook, would draw enough attention to my front area that people won't bump into me. They'll give me some space, maybe they'll even let me sit down. And I'm going to have to not travel during rush hour, can't push or pull any doors, so I'm going to need chaperoning anytime I want to go anywhere. Been saving money like crazy since I can't work for a little while. What else have I been doing in preparation? I'm going to be ordering my post-op button-down shirts. Trying to think what else is on the list. Yeah, you know, I have a little over 3 months to go still, or about 3 months, and I don't know, it's all coming together. You know, it's kind of like when you move from one apartment to another, there are things that you can only do right at the last minute, because that's the only way that it works. Like, you can only pack your toothbrush and toiletries the day you move. You can only pack that last coffee cup the day you move. So there's a lot of stuff that I can't do until right before. I don't know. There's just a lot. There's just a lot. Oh yeah, I changed my hair. I like it. God, this is such a weird video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to my babble and my anxiety, which hopefully, I mean, I don't think it'll go away. I think I just can kind of learn from what I'm going through, and it's really helpful having this outlet to kind of just get it out there. So for the couple of people that have subscribed, I think there's like 2 subscribers or more, or anyone who sees this video, if there are any questions you have, feel free to ask them. Any comments. I'm going to make another video probably at a month out, and then probably once I leave New York and I'm en route to Florida, I will start making more videos. So, that's it. Thanks for watching again, and see you soon.